In less than 24 hours, the suspect in the Moscow murders case will be back in an Ada County courtroom. The pretrial conference could be the final hearing before Bryan Kohberger's trial starts this summer. Abby Davis joins us now. And Abby, we've had so many of these pretrial hearings up to this point. What's different about this one?
Bryan, this is typically when the defense, prosecution, and judge go over any lingering issues. A pretrial conference is technically a scheduling conference, meaning Judge Stephen Hippler will likely go through a checklist of things to make sure everyone is on track. Again, it's really an opportunity for him to make sure both sides are happy with what has been or what hasn't been done. Typically, by the time a case gets to this point, former Idaho Attorney General Dave Leroy says discovery in the case is over or almost over. That's the phase where both parties gather and exchange information and evidence. Court documents show attorneys have until next Wednesday to turn in a shared list of evidence they may disagree on, as well as which ones they agree should be used during the trial. Leroy told us there is always the option of attorneys trying to negotiate some sort of plea deal, but does not think the prosecution will budge.
A typical defense strategy in a homicide case where the death penalty is on the table is for the defense to attempt to negotiate a possible plea should the prosecution be willing to eliminate the death penalty as a penalty in the case. I would not expect that to happen from the prosecution's point of view under the circumstances of these dreadful homicides in a small university town with a very experienced prosecutor and the literally millions of hours and millions of dollars that have been put into preparing this case. I would not expect the prosecution under any circumstances to back off of asking for the death penalty if there's a conviction in this case.
Leroy says the judge and lawyers might also go over what kinds of questions they'll ask potential jurors and how those questionnaires will be set up. We know Judge Stephen Hippler recently ordered both sides to come up with a jury instruction together to tell the jury how investigative genetic genealogy, or IgG, was used as a tip for law enforcement in this case. The hearing starts at 9 in the morning tomorrow. We'll be in court and we'll update you throughout the day. And of course, we'll also be streaming the proceedings on KTVB+.
So Leroy addressed the plea deal option. He doesn't think that's going to happen. We've had some of these evidentiary things kind of settled. Any chances we'll see any surprises tomorrow with this?
It's too soon to say. We'll just have to see what happens.
Yeah, usually not, but as he said, kind of things usually settled, and we'll see how it all plays out. Again, you can watch it on KTVB+ tomorrow. Thanks, Abby.